Hello, students. Welcome back. Today, we will be continuing with the other half of the lesson of Introduction to Economics. Before going ahead with today's topic, let's just take a quick recap about the things which we had learned in the previous video. We learned meaning and basic concepts of economics, the importance of studying economics, and economic activities. In today's class, you will learn microeconomics, macroeconomics, and basic economic problems. Micro and macroeconomics. Since economic is the study of human economic activities, it is a very vast subject. Therefore, in order to study the different activities, it is divided into two broad branches called as micro and macroeconomics. Let's get started with microeconomics. The word micro means very small, and microeconomic implies the study of economics at a small level. Microeconomics is a study of a decision making to use resources by the smallest components of the society, namely individuals, households, and business firms. Let me give you an example. You have a monthly budget for your household expenses, don't you? I guess everyone has it, right? Even if you are working, your business or your company also has its own budget, right? Okay, now microeconomics studies the consumer behavior in decision making and allocation of resources. And the study analyzes the reason for choosing certain resources is called microeconomics. Why you have to choose certain resources, right? You make choices over the things. The choices which you make over the certain resources is known as microeconomics. Let's take an example. The healthy salad that your mother gives you has lots of veggies. Okay? The veggies are like cucumber, onion, lettuce, tomatoes, radish. Now suddenly there is a short supply of tomatoes in the market and the prices have shoot up. The prices of tomatoes affected your mom's decision and led her to buy more cucumber and radish. She chose these two veggies over tomato because the price of the tomatoes was higher. So, microeconomics simply deals with the choices people make and what factors influenced them to make those choices. That is known as microeconomics. Let's go ahead and study about macroeconomics. The word macro means large. The society, the country, or the economy is very large entity compared to an individual. Some decisions have to be taken at such aggregative level. The economic decision taken at that level of the economy as a whole are subject of matter to macroeconomics. Let me explain you macroeconomics in a simple word. Macroeconomics is the branch of economics which deals with the economy as a whole instead of individual aspects. This macroeconomics mainly deals with national income, general price level, employment level, level of saving and investment, balance of trade, and balance of payment. Now, what are the basic economic problems? The problems in economics arises due to the scarcity of resources, which forces us to make suitable choices. This is both at micro and macro levels. In this context, economic try to provide answer to the following questions: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Now, before producing anything, we must keep in mind that what to produce. So the company has to decide, right, what to produce. They can't produce as they want. So an individual or a society has to decide about what goods and services to produce, whether to produce more food or weapons, agriculture or industrial goods, education or health, consumer goods or machineries. The type and the quantity of various goods produced depends on resources available. Okay, the resources which we have, everything depends on that. And on the other hand, it depends on the requirements of the people. After what to produce, we come to the next question, that is how to produce. There is different way to produce given goods. Different combinations of inputs and resources can be used to produce a given amount of goods and services. This is called technology of production. Whether to use a technology that uses more labor or capital, this is totally decided by the society. This is essential to minimize the cost of production and efficient uses of existing resources. After how to produce and what to produce, we get a next question. For whom to produce? Like how much goods should we produce and in what quantity it should be given to the people. So this is the problem of issue of distribution such that each person should get at least minimum quantity of goods and services for consumption. For instance, it may be availability of food, basic education or primary health. Thus, every society has to decide the distribution of scarce resources and goods and services among all the individuals. Thus, the study of economics help us to understand the current use of resources and plan for their more efficient use in the future. The economists usually advise government on these matters. As a result, the well-being of the individual and the country can be improved. Thank you very much for paying attention. That's all for this lesson. See you in next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.